We're outside of a home we have locked up. We haven't even seen it yet.
Yeah, so this house has had tenants in it for a long time. We couldn't get them out. We know how it goes with tenants. Let's take our first look.
Let's go. So if you follow us or you're new to the channel, we teach you guys a lot about real estate investing, specifically flips. But today, we're gonna stress the importance of buy and hold properties.
But before we go in and check this property out, make sure to hit that subscribe button and the like button to show us some love for our channel.
All right, let's go look at this thing.
Okay, so just walking in the front door of this place, it's like a cave in here. I don't even see a light switch to turn a light on with.
It's super, super dark. Obviously, this place is super distressed because there was tenants in here that would not leave. So today, as we're walking through this, we're gonna be thinking rental mindset. What is the rehab that we have to do just for a rental, not a flip? What can we buy this for? What's our cost gonna be? And what do we think we can rent this for? So let's explore.
Yeah. I mean, with a rental, it's not a flip, so we're not reselling it, but it still has to be functionally sound.
And desirable.
And desirable. You walk in, there's a little landing there with 3 stairs, then there's a staircase up there and a staircase over there.
Lots of levels in the house.
Lots of ups and downs, which is a little weird.
But definitely common for this neighborhood.
It is common for the area. So we gotta just be cognizant that, is it desirable as well?
It's a big open space.
Go ahead.
It's a pretty big open space here. Once you walk in, obviously you can have space for a living room, a nice dining room. I think we go right into the kitchen through here.
One thing I noticed is the floors throughout, as you can see, they're all pretty flat and they're the same level. So thinking in the rental rehab mindset, we could take a nice LVT or VCT floors and put them one level throughout this entire area here, which is very cost efficient. We don't have to do any demo work.
No, it honestly feels like they demoed a lot for us. This is just straight plywood.
They just painted it.
It looks like the stairs in the upper level are also just plywood flooring as well, so it'd be really easy to just throw some pad and carpet right on top of that.
Yeah, no, I think it's important to note that there were tenants in here, and they probably lived in here just like this for a long time.
Definitely.
So this is technically probably rent ready for the standard tenants, but Jesse and I, we're either gonna go with this property for Airbnb short-term rentals, so it's gotta be upgraded, or we're gonna upgrade it, furnish it, and go for a really high-end, fully furnished rental model.
Yeah. Overall, let's take a look at this kitchen right here. What I love is that it opens up right to the backyard. Yeah. This property does have a pretty nice pool, which is a really big plus when you're looking at rental rates and what the actual rates that a home could bring. Yeah. Pool's gonna increase that a lot.
Big pool, big yard, that's a plus. Kitchen-wise, it's not terrible. We've seen these kitchens before. Yeah. We could take these out, put some cans in the ceiling here, very cheap.
Finish off the counter.
Extend the counter all the way across. Yeah. Which makes the kitchen feel a lot larger.
And just redo everything.
We'll throw nice white shaker cabinets in here. We don't have to go with upgraded slabs. We can go with a prefab quartz countertop throughout the entire kitchen.
This will look great.
Nice black hardware, standard appliances, and this kitchen's dialed in. So
let's jump down there because I think that's another big living room.
So down a set of stairs.
Another set.
Another set. You know, same thing down here. We could VCT this entire area. There's no demo work to be done.
We could, honestly though, if we're thinking about having tenants in, the concrete floors are bulletproof.
They are.
So we could just refinish this, which goes all the way down here on this lower level, and just leave it as is. Yeah. Put a big rug in here and call it a day.
It's not a bad idea to do if you do it right. Yeah. Sometimes it could look really cheap or really weird feeling because it's super cold. Yeah. But hey, it's all about the budget. Yeah. You know, either way, I think we could it's definitely cost efficient that we don't have to demo anything out of here, and we could just lay something flat.
As far as this room goes, we already have windows and a slider, which just works just fine. This is all intact and it's wood burning. So we just repaint this, maybe put a fan in the room and call it a day. There's no lights in this entire house, so definitely need some lights, some cans throughout. There's a little wet bar over here, which for Airbnb is actually pretty cool. Yeah. So I think we should keep this, maybe lower this down to one level, and then just do a nice prefab countertop across. Pretty cheap. And have a little wet bar in here. Yeah, it's like half a slab of countertop. Yeah, one box. We have a pretty standard 2-car garage behind us, actually a really big laundry room. and a bedroom that's separated from the rest of the bedrooms with its own bath.
Yeah, and it's a nice bath with a shower. Bedroom, once again, we could just toss some nice new carpet into it, make it comfortable. Maybe hang like a cheap $125 Home Depot fan in the ceiling to give some light to the room, and it's done.
Yeah, overall we can keep the rehab pretty easy down here because there's not a whole lot to do.
I don't see a lot.
And that's important when you're trying to rehab a rental home, is we're not gonna put as much money into this as we would if it were a flip.
Right, even the door hardware, we could just use black knobs instead of the nice black levers.
Yeah.
So we could make it look upgraded for a lower budget.
Should we go upstairs?
Yeah, let's do it. So every wall in this house is a different color, so the house will definitely have to be fully painted inside and out.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a pretty hefty budget. It's not a small house. Up here, we're stepping on plywood. So this is
straight
already
plywood.
all demoed out.
So all we have to do is come back in here, clean it up a little, put carpet pad and carpet on the whole upstairs and the stairs, call it a day.
That's very inexpensive to do.
It looks like we have a bedroom. These are secondaries,
1, 2.
share a bath.
And then master here.
Master through here.
This is big.
It's not a bad size master. It's vaulted ceiling in here.
You know,
Nice
besides
bedroom.
the floors and the paint throughout the house, it seems like the mechanicals are in pretty good condition.
This home is not in bad shape.
I haven't seen anything where the tenants have truly destroyed the house.
Which, when you have tenants that won't leave, you find that happens a lot.
Let's look at the bathroom.
Okay, I'm scared.
Yeah. So this is kind of like a master closet bathroom area. Really, it could all be one space.
Honestly, it could, because since your access is right here, we could put like a barn door or whatever, but once you pass here, it could be all closet and bathroom. There's no reason to have it separated.
Right, you already have like a sub vanity here.
Yeah.
So if we took this out, put it all the way across.
Exactly, the bathroom would feel a lot bigger even though it's partially in
Take
your
this whole
closet
wall.
space.
Yeah.
Take this whole thing out, run the vanity all the way over here. Plenty of room for a good sized shower back
Yeah,
there.
it's fine.
And then you have 2 closets right here, which is more than you need.
Dude, we're staying definitely within budget on this thing. We're
good to
not
see.
doing anything that's major
Not at all.
modifications here.
The most we've done so far is take out that little wall.
Take out this wall and then paint the house.
Easy.
So the interior of the property is pretty simple. I mean, we went through it pretty quickly and didn't see anything that needed a lot of work.
No, the inside rehab portion where we all do our cosmetic stuff isn't gonna break the budget, but we need to check the water heater, HVAC unit, pool equipment, because holding a rental and owning a rental, those things can eat away at your profits.
Right, so those are the major mechanicals at the house. Let's go look at the pool first.
So we're walking outside the bottom floor, nice covered patio into the
good
backyard.
shape.
And the backyard's big.
Backyard's big. We got what appears to be a fire pit over there.
Something, another fire pit over there.
Another fire pit there. Big pool,
Yeah.
covered patio. And depending on whether we want to keep that tree or not, that's a big grass or turf area that we could create as well.
It is. You know, one good thing to see is that all the block wall is in good shape.
Yeah.
The exterior of the house is in good shape, so we can spend all our money on actually dressing it up and doing things that actually make a big difference, not just repairing silly items.
Right. Let's look at the condition of the pool. So it looks good, but I noticed right away, so if you look closely here, you can see these big chips and divots off the steps of the pool, and you can see them on every step as well as the ground floor of the pool.
Yeah.
Typically this indicates that the plaster on the pool is old and is coming to the end of its life, so we would have to replaster this pool. To replaster a pool of this size could be anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000.
Now all the equipment's right over here. And although it looks old, it probably isn't actually that old. It just looks like it has some hard water buildup. Since the pool isn't that dirty, it hasn't turned green, maybe the vacuum's not working, I'm assuming that all this is actually in working condition.
Yeah, and what's nice about it is it's just a filter and a pump.
Yeah.
There's no spa here. If there's a heater, it could be in the thousands, but to replace this stuff right here, maybe is only $600 to $800.
Yeah, not bad at all. Okay, so where is the AC unit on
I
this
think
house?
I see it on the roof.
There it is, okay.
The stucco on the house is in really good shape just as we're walking to look at the AC.
Yeah, we will have to paint it because it's pink.
Of course, but it doesn't look like there's no water corrosion. It doesn't look like it's beat up at all. It looks like it's in good shape.
And honestly, that AC unit doesn't look that bad.
Dude, that thing looks almost new.
That's actually
It's clean, it's not rusted out. There's even a tag on it. We could probably get up there at some point and check the date.
Yeah. So just taking a quick look at this water heater, although it looks pretty clean, it's actually pretty old. You can always find the date on your water heater somewhere on one of these stickers. This one happens to be installed in April of 09.
Little old.
Definitely near the end of its life. 7 to 10 to 12 years max is probably only the time frame you want to put these through. I'm seeing a little bit of buildup and stuff here too. Now, if we were to replace this, it doesn't really break the bank. It's not that expensive. Doing something just like this to replace, maybe about $1,000. So some positives. Now that we walk this house, I definitely think we can keep like a low rehab budget and make it still really nice.
Yeah, I think for this property, we'd probably be somewhere within 35 to 40,000 rehab.
That'd be awesome, because that's less than what I budgeted for when we locked this thing up. We have it locked up for like $430, something like that. And let's say we spend another 40, let's say with outside and all that, maybe like 45.
Yeah. All
in with our renovation. Now, when we purchase this home, we're gonna be putting long-term debt on it. So our mortgage is gonna come out to about 21, 22, maybe 2,300.
Yeah, somewhere in the low twos.
All in, right. And we know that this property will rent really well because we have another one literally down the street.
Yeah, we have one within a half mile right now that's rented for 1 year at $4,300 a month.
And since this one is a two-story, which is a little bit less desirable than a single story, but it still has a pool and it basically has the same amount of bedrooms and bathrooms. Maybe we can get somewhere around 4,000. I would say 4,000 would be great for us.
I think so too. So if we're in it for 2,300, we have a couple insurances, utilities, all that we have to account for. Let's just say we're all in for 2,400 a month.
Sure.
And we rent this for 4,000 a month.
It's pretty good cash flow.
We're at $1,500 a month solid cash flow there.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people look for rental homes that are making 300, 400 a month. We're talking about taking one down. Yeah, it's higher price point because those are cheaper homes, but 1,500 a month?
If it's cash flow positive, it's cash flow positive.
That's great. So honestly, we need to get in here and bid it out. Obviously decide everything that we're going to repair and replace so we get a final number on that. But it sounds like it really does work for a rental.
I think so too. I love the area. It's near the airport. It's got a great house, lots of bedrooms, big yard. We know we have a comp nearby that's our own property. So there's a lot of positives.
Yeah. If you're ever trying to think whether a property will cash flow or not, there is a simple tool that you can use. It's called the 1% rule. It's not perfect, but it's a great ballpark to understand whether it will or it won't. So given that this property we're buying for about $430,000, we would expect 1% of that purchase price to be reclaimed in rent. So that means $4,300 a month. This one doesn't quite equate to the 1%, but 4,000 is pretty close.
It is pretty close. It definitely works for this type of property. You don't have to hit the nail on the head with it, but it is definitely a good tool to use and a good theory to utilize. So if you have any questions on this property, how we lock this property up from the MLS like we do all of our other properties, drop a comment below. We're always happy to answer.
Till then,
we'll see you on the flip side.